Jean-Michel, I've got sort of almost a geopolitical question for you. You referred to Gulf states and China and their relationship, right? Saudi oil, how close are we to the day when we see Saudi oil priced in renminbi as opposed to dollars?
That's a difficult question. These reports of Saudi pricing in oil and CNY have been around for a while. At this early stage, I think it's too early for such a move to be made, if it was to be considered.
Why so?
Well, because it's the Saudi and U.S. relations have been around for more than 75 years. So it's not only about economics. There's very deep political ties with the U.S. The Saudis are a rising middle power. They want to balance their interest across strategic partners such as the U.S. with commercial partners such as China and even energy partners such as Russia. So such a move will be very carefully considered. And in terms of the economy also, the economic impact of such a move is not to be discounted, because if they start to accumulate CNY assets, if you look at the net trade surplus of Saudi with China, it's about $30 billion per annum. So these assets will start to accumulate quite rapidly, and it then has some implications on the FX regime, whether maintaining the dollar peg is the appropriate anchor for.
I was going to ask you. So, a fund as big as PIF, right? Are you seeing signs that there's a de-dollarization trend, that the way that they're investing or are invested?
No. We are not seeing that.
Okay.
I think Saudi Vision 2030 is such an encompassing reform program that they need a very solid anchor for the economy. Which has meant that this has been one sacred cow for them.
Okay.
All the other aspects of the economy are up for change, but they've stick to the peg, and it has served them well for now.
Indeed. Yeah.
What about in this part of the world? I was just reading Gulf investments in Southeast Asia. Are they making new friends? Are they?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I have been roadshowing in Asia, and I've met a number of institutional investors, and a lot of them are very excited about the investment and business opportunities in the Gulf, in particular in Saudi Arabia. There are rising financial links between those two regions.
Yeah.
And a lot of portfolio flows have gone from Asia to Gulf bond and bond markets, particularly the long end of the curve.
Yeah, and in terms of the theme, and I know I asked you a similar question, but what's the theme that they're looking for? Because they have this long-term vision, and they've got deep pockets. And looking at Asia, what are they looking for? Is it really infrastructure, medical, perhaps healthcare? Because I wonder, some of the money already has flown in, but what are they looking for next? I think that's my really question.
I think what the Gulf desires from Asia or from sort of large partners is two things: being a strategic partner in some of the large divestment programs that are taking place in the Gulf, and the technical know-how. So if you look at economic diversification programs that have been successful in the past, they were able to be successful because they were able to develop human capital. And this was a source of productivity growth and sustainable economic development going forward. So these tie-ins are meant to bring in expertise and capital in some cases.
Bring in the talents.
Yeah.